Yo, what is good, y'all? We are back. It is more pre-prep stuff, shenanigans. It is pre-prep week 5. We're on our 5th week of this pre-prep diet, which is basically just a diet, losing some body fat, recomping, getting ready to get into striking distance for stage. Basically, dieting to get into a good body comp and position to start an actual bodybuilding prep. But we got we gotta make our rice. I forgot to put it in the rice cooker like an idiot. But okay. Got that cooking now. So let me see if I can get you propped up here. There we go. So today is it's a back day. It's a pull day. So all I know is I'm barbell rowing today if I'm right on which back day it is. Otherwise, I have no idea what the workout's going to entail, which you will see when I'm at the workout. But updates for pre-prep, so far so good. Everything's been smooth sailing for the most part. Food hasn't changed since last week, if I remember correctly. Steps have increased. We're up to 10,000 steps a day. So still nothing crazy, but just more steps, more expenditure. Cardio is all the same, 20 minutes, 3 times a day. So all of that's good. Workouts have been going good. Still progressing. Still feeling good. Diet's really not too hard for me right now. Still eating plenty. So yeah, everything's nice. I will say, I have these crazy blisters on my feet right now because I was at a hotel and I had to get some of my steps in, so I went on a treadmill, right? And I forgot to pack better shoes, so I was wearing like these super loose fitting Converse that just you shouldn't be walking on a treadmill for like I was on it for like 45 minutes to an hour. Shouldn't have done that. By the time I was done, I was like, why are my feet burning? It's because I got these massive blisters and like it's right on like so if this was my foot, right? This is like the ball of my foot, and these are my toes. It's like right there, right in between the bottom of my toe, like my second toe and my like the ball of my foot. So like standing is a little okay, but like if I try to walk or anything, like when I'm walking and like my actual foot like moves on the ground, the pressure in those blisters just it is not a comfy feeling. So getting steps in, like I'm still hitting 10,000 steps. Don't you be mistaken. I'm still doing what I got to do for steps, but it is not comfortable. Luckily in the gym, the other Converse I wear in the gym, once I tighten them up good and tight, I honestly don't notice the blisters too bad in the gym, like kind of a little bit, but not too bad. So luckily it's not affecting that. It's just getting my steps has been a bit brutal. But anyways, as you see, I got my rice cooking. I got my chicken, rice, avocado, kimchi meal, and a little bit of a Honeycrisp apple. Sorry, I forgot what those were for a second. I forgot what I also had to eat. And then I'll take my pre-workout, code RShay Fit at Raw Nutrition. It'll save you money. But yeah, I'll take my pre-workout, get my intro workout carbs because we still got some intro workout carbs, and then I'm gonna get to the gym. So I'm gonna just start honestly. Basically, what I do is I pace around to get my steps in every day because while my rice is cooking, what else can I do? There's nothing else to do. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna just start walking laps around my apartment, or when I have time. I don't really have a ton of time right now before the gym. Sometimes while I'm cooking my rice, I take my dog for a walk, but today I'm not doing that because I'm filming this intro right now. But he'll still get one either after the gym or for sure tomorrow and whatnot. He gets plenty of loving and exercise. He also likes to follow me as I get my steps, if you can see him. I'm not sure how the angle is, but yeah, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get my meal and then I'll go to the gym. Right, buddy? Shake. Good boy. All right, we'll see you in the gym. All right, so the first movement I start off this pull day with is a hanging leg raise. Biggest thing here is try not to swing. Obviously, you don't want like your body swinging all over the place. I notice it helps to engage your lats, like as if you're about to do a pull up, engage your lats, and then obviously don't do a pull up, and then just bring your legs up. You want to kind of focus on spinal flexion, not just bringing your legs straight up. I'm not doing the best example in this video, but you want to bring your legs up and then also like kind of like curl your spine up as well. Like spinal flexion is the biggest thing with any ab movement. So hanging leg raises, this is really going to help target those lower abs and develop those lower abs. There's on some of my other pull days and push days, I do more of like kind of upper and mid ab work, whereas this is much more for the lower abs. All right, and then we're doing 2 sets here, or nope, strike that. We're doing 3 sets here, sorry. So I only recorded 2, but I actually do 3 sets in a 10 to about 15 rep range. So that's the goal with these hanging leg raises.
Feeling so damn high, I'm hypnotized. Yeah, you put my mind at ease. God, you're divine. I'm thankful that you're mine. Passport, hotel, jet plane. My life won't never be the same. Got you all up in my...
All right, and then we go into our actual, back movements here on this pull day. So first is a single arm kind of incline bench cable pull down. The biggest thing you want to focus on here is getting a good stretch at the top, but also kind of keeping your shoulders down. If you let your shoulders drift forward a little bit, you're going to take the tension out of your lats and kind of drive it more into those rear delts. So keeping the shoulders a little bit down, and then you want to focus on driving your elbow down and back. Don't just think about pulling the weight and making it move. Take that elbow and drive it down towards the ground, and then also kind of back as if you're trying to push it behind your back. My range of motion on these admittedly could have been a lot better. I've been working on that since then, but that is the goal, is down and back with that elbow. And as far as a rep range on these, again, it's 2 top sets, and first top set is in a rep range of 8 to 10 reps, and then the second is in a 10 to 12 rep range there. Obviously, one thing I never record, or I kind of rarely mention, is I do obviously do warm-up sets for these workouts. I usually do 1 to 3 warm-up set depending on the movement. If it's kind of a lighter movement, I'll do maybe 1 or 2. If it's a heavier movement and more compound in nature, I'll usually do about 3 warm-up sets. But 2 top sets, 1 heavier set, 1 lighter set. And then obviously pushing to failure, trying to do a weight that'll get us to failure in that specific rep range. Moving forward, we have some bent over barbell rows. Again, we have 2 top sets, but the first top set is in a 6 to 8 rep range, and then this one is in a 10 to 12 rep range. This is the second set. I did not record the first set. I like to go nice and heavy on these, and as you can see, I am doing, a little bit of swaying, kind of moving that weight around, but I'm still making sure to feel my back and just engage with my lats. And again, you're just focusing on getting those elbows, driving those elbows back. Nothing too complex there. This is definitely more of like a heavy kind of compound, heavy, rah movement for me. Now we have another row. This is more of kind of a upper back focused row for me, and it's an incline chest supported dumbbell row. 2 sets again. First set in the 6 to 8 rep range, second set 10 to 12. This one, honestly, you just want to set a bench at a kind of like that 30-35 degree angle, similar to what you would do an incline dumbbell bench press at. And then, it sounds repetitive, but this is just a lot of those back movements, focusing on driving those elbows back. Take those elbows and push them back. You don't want to drive too much with your traps. Kind of, as you can see, my arms are kind of flared at more of a 45 degree angle, and I'm driving them back, almost trying to pull it through my lat. But otherwise, not a ton of tips on these ones. Just keep that chest up and drive through those elbows and lats.
Can I be your superhero? Take the light with you and you go. You're not coming knocking on my door now. I try to lie, was it always so? 'Cause nothing feels the same anymore.
Alright, so next we have the seated cable row. Shocker. Big cue here is drive elbows down and back. And that'll really help you feel it in your lats, kind of help you get a little bit more width, more thickness. But this is definitely kind of more targeted at lats, not traps, nothing like that, not upper back. And that is why you want to drive those elbows down and back on this neutral cable row, and that'll really help you. You should feel it in your lats. If you're driving those elbows down and back, you will feel it. Make sure your back stays, pretty rigid, pretty straight. Get a good stretch in the back, and try not to let your body swing around or sway too much.
shouldn't call you at night.
Now we are on to our final back movement of this workout, which is wide grip, lat pull downs, a classic. Most people have done these on their pull days or their back days. This is, just a classic staple of the gym. My only cue here really is, honestly, I just picture that I'm doing a pull up. I keep the core tight, keep your abs engaged, keep your chest up, and then just think about doing a pull up, except instead of, pulling yourself to the bar, you're pulling the bar to you. That's the only difference in my mind.
Sorry if it's taking me a while. Trying to figure out who I am. These city lights are keeping me up at night, so I don't even bother going to bed. I'm tired of wasting away my time. I would give up everything to be near you. Oh, I miss the days when you were mine, but I can be your superhero.
All right, next we're doing some biceps, and our first bicep movement on this day is a cable preacher curl. Pretty self-explanatory. Set up a preacher curl kind of station right in front of the cable machine, grab a D handle, set it up at a comfortable height, and then one thing that I'm kind of not doing, so do as I say, not as I do in this, is you want to make sure that your shoulders and everything are kind of in line, so that, what would that be, my left shoulder in this frame, I should bring down a bit more and kind of align that with my right shoulder. But that would be my only criticism and only critique here. Otherwise, it's just, a classic preacher curl, except on a cable rather than a dumbbell or easy bar, which helps you just kind of get more of a flat resistance curve, or kind of similar resistance curve throughout the entire movement, rather than just a lot of the tension at the top or bottom. This kind of keeps it a little bit more consistent.
Cause like a ticket, don't wanna be alone, but I'm not alone. I'm looking for somebody. I'm looking for somebody.
All right, and then to wrap up this exercise, or this workout, I mean, is some dumbbell preacher curls. And I'll be honest, at the end of these, you'll see I let the ego kind of get to the best of me. But with these, you should make sure you keep a straight wrist and then drive this up using your bicep. Try not to swing the weight around too much and let your shoulders and momentum take over. But sometimes my ego gets the better of me and takes over on these, admittedly. All right, well, that is it for the workout today. It went well. Everything felt pretty good. I'll admit some of the lifts, you'll see it in the workout, and I probably address this when I'm, talking about the lift. But some of them I let the ego, take over a little bit, and maybe went a little heavier than I should have, and you'll see that in, like, I think maybe the rows, but definitely the hammer curls. I was swinging around a little bit, using a little bit of momentum to get up some of those last few reps, but I'll have to remember that, keep that in mind, and reassess next time I hit this workout and do a better job about that, and keep myself a little bit more honest and actually, do some weight that I can handle a little easier. But I'm human. Sometimes the ego comes out. I'm not gonna lie. But otherwise, it was a good week 5. was a good week 5. I cannot complain about this week of the pre-prep. It hasn't been crazy yet. I mean, I am in a deficit, but like we're not in a prep diet yet. So far everything's been good. Yeah, I don't got a ton else for you guys. Basically, that was the workout. Felt good. That was week 5. No crazy updates. No major changes. And everything's feeling good. So hopefully the same goes for you. Hopefully everything's going well. Hopefully your training is doing good. Hopefully your diet's good, whether you're, cutting, bulking, maintaining, whatever you're doing. I hope it's going well for you. And I hope you had a good week or having a good week or will have a good week whenever you're watching this. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Yeah, whatever. It helps. But you don't have to. Do what you want. I don't really care. You do you. Anyways, that's it. Appreciate you watching. Catch you next Monday. Peace.